In the practice review, question 29, we're selling a $400,000 bond that is a 20-year bond that's paying 9.5% interest, and we're selling it for $106. And it asks for the entries that you would make when you sell the bond on March 1st. So we'll receive cash of 106% of the face of the bond, which is $400,000 times 106%, which is $424,000. We'll credit bonds payable for the face or the future interest, which is $400,000, and since the bond was sold for more than its face, there's premium on bonds payable of $24,000. Over the life of the bond, we will amortize that premium as we make the interest payments. And the first interest payment that is made on August 31st. So on August 31st, we're going to debit interest expense. And the interest is always based on the carrying value, which starts out at the present value of $424,000 times the effective interest rate, and the effective rate is 8.9%, and this is a half a year. So 424,000 times 8.9% times half a year is 18,868. We're going to also be debiting premium on bonds payable, and we'll credit cash. Well, except it's not, because we don't make the first interest payment till September 1, but the year end is as of August 31st, so we're going to have to credit interest payable. And the amount of the interest payable is the bond, $400,000, times the bond's interest rate, 9.5%, for half a year, since we'll pay it the next day. And that's $19,000. So the amount of premium we'll amortize is $132,000. So on 9/1, when the interest payment is made, the first day of the next year, we're going to debit interest payable and credit cash for the $19,000. Question 30 is another bond, but here on 3/1, we sell a $1.2 million bond. That's a 5-year 10% bond, and the market rate is 11%, so they're selling at a discount. So we'll be debiting cash for the amount that we receive, and notice that it doesn't tell me the amount of the cash or the bond price, but what it does tell me is that the discount on these bonds payable is $48,670, and we know that we're going to credit bond payable for the future value, and the future value is what you'll pay at maturity, which is $1.2 million. So how much cash did you receive? The difference, or $1,151,330. The difference between the bond payable less the discount gives you the carrying value, which is the cash. So on 8/31, we make our first interest payment. So we're going to debit interest expense for the carrying value, $1,151,330, times the market or effective rate, which is 11%, for half a year. So the interest expense is $63,323. We're going to credit the discount on bonds payable, and we'll also credit cash. The amount of the cash is the $1.2 million, the bonds times the interest rate on the bond, which is 10%, and it's a semi-annual. So that's $60,000. So the amount of the discount that is getting amortized is $33.23. The next thing that happens is on February 28th, we make our second interest payment, and you'll recall that since this was sold at a discount, the carrying value will be increasing over time. So we will add the amortized discount, $33.23, to the old carrying value to get the updated carrying value, which we will multiply then by the market rate for half a year, which is 63,506. We'll still be crediting cash for the bond times the bond's interest rate times the time, or 60,000. So in the second interest payment, we'll be crediting discount on bonds payable for the difference, which is $35.05.